1. You are now live on Channel 8 YouTube.
Hello, this is the Templeton Board of Appeals. We are going to open a public hearing for a request made by Gerald and Carol Skelton of 569 Baldwinville Road to consider a variance for the reduction of the minimum requirement for frontage from 150 feet to 75 feet for the construction of a new single-family dwelling. Skelton's here. Well, let us know what you plan on doing.
He's got all the.
Get up there and you
Do you want him to? come
Yeah,
and see
you
Would
want the
like-
table, you can get up to the table if you want.
Do you want him to wear a mask?
No.
Okay.
He's 6 feet away.
Okay, all right.
Good evening. Good.
Evening.
Carol and I filed this variance so that daughter and her husband can build a new home with the potential for the addition of an apartment in the future so that she can care for Carol and I as we go through our golden years. Stacy's, which is my daughter, her house would become would be turned over to her daughter, my granddaughter, who is a nurse, because she wants to be close by as we go through our golden years also. So it is evident that this type of variance has been approved in the past, as the type of variance exists all around our property, across the road, up and down Baldwinville Road, and our neighbor down the street was allowed to construct one house directly behind another house and use a common driveway. So we are not asking for anything more than what has been approved before. The difference is that we have the required 75-foot entrance as well as the required 50-foot right-of-way leading into the required acre building lot along with 150-foot frontage on the right-of-way. There will be no disturbing of Baldwinville Road as the town water and town sewer is currently on the property. So we ask that you look at this positively, and so we can get on the road and figure out what we're going to be doing in the future. Thank you for your consideration.
All right. I know you mentioned that the neighbors have done it. What neighbors are you talking about?
The one just below me,
Dunges.
that property now,
Yeah.
I don't know, because I only know one person there. There's
Used to
one,
be Dunges.
there's one across the street.
Eagle Drive goes down.
That's what it's called, Eagle Drive.
Eagle Lane, whatever, yeah.
There's one across the street.
Is that a town accepted road?
We don't. One on Baldwinville Road, there's one
Campbell.
up close to the end. There's two up there. After Route 2, there's two there. They're all over.
Jimmy Campbell. is one. You know, it's before 2006.
Yes, that's, I think they're all before 2006.
Who?
All the examples you're giving were prior to 2006. They built them prior to
I
2006.
don't know.
I know Dunges, that was just out of high school probably when they did that. So,
Well, the one down the street that has the house right behind the other, that's fairly new. Using a common driveway.
down the street.
Is that the one behind,
Reservoir Street.
behind Dudo? In there, I think off of Reservoir Street.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I believe that's
I
before.
think that was before 2006
before
too.
2006 too, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't believe so, because Judy Dudo just moved down there and went to Florida.
Yeah, but that was-
Another house.
I think that house built
There was always a
behind,
trailer there.
yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, is the trailer. Yeah,
And they wanted that.
Yeah, but the trailer acted as the grandfathering. When you get the permit for the trailer, there's no, it's a residential, you know, there's two different permits. One was a variance for frontage and the other was a special permit from the selectmen for the trail.
Still a common driveway.
But it was a common driveway, but that was done prior to 2006. And I think the house might have been too, but even if it wasn't, that was established, it was an established residence prior to 2006. So you could tear down the trailer and build a house on it. Because
Well, I'm not gonna get into the history of it, but
well,
I don't
you're
believe,
giving examples that they did it, they did it.
Yeah.
They did it, why can't I do it? But there's no provision when the new zoning went through in 2006. There's a provision that they have to grant you, the Board of Appeals, the ability to grant variances for certain things and not certain things. And one thing they took away, there's no use variance. So if you want to build a house in a commercial district, you can't do it. You want to put a commercial in a residential district, you can't do it. You can't, there's no variances for that. The law doesn't allow it. It was passed, that was passed for 2006, right? It was zoning, comprehensive zoning, whatever you want to call it, was passed in 2006. So things have changed since the examples you gave us.
so since 2006, there's been no variances given out.
For frontage, for lack of frontage.
So you're gonna tell me that house right down here beside the tavern that has 150-foot frontage, that new one,
The tavern,
Patriots Room.
right down here,
They have
Ian's
a-
old property, the new house to the left has 150 feet.
oh, didn't come through here,
They must have.
They do.
didn't come through here.
They don't look it, but they
They're
do.
wondering if planning.
I know the one you're talking about, the one just before Eames.
It's certainly not 30 feet from this house, though. But anyway,
It hasn't come through in 30 feet from a house we can give. There is provisions for a variance for that. We didn't give one on that one, but there is a way of doing that. You know, if you've got ledge or you got something that you gotta creep your house over a little bit or, there's wiggle room. We can give a variance for side setbacks, front setbacks, rear setbacks. But there's no provisions for frontage, relief for frontage. So, you do have the right, you've got the road, you've got the 50 feet, you've got the 75-foot radiuses. So, you can build a little cul-de-sac up there and build a couple houses.
so that's what you're forcing me to do now, is put in a development.
Well,
Is that what the town's doing? They're
that's,
forcing you to do
my
that?
hands are tied, this board can't give you a variance for front.
Right.
So that was the determination of the building inspector. He's not a zoning enforcer.
So. That means my daughter doesn't have home.
Well, you gotta do it a different way.
What
you
way?
know. You gotta build a road. Go through the planning board. You go through the planning board, and you can put you've got the 75 feet. You've got everything you need. You just gotta build a short road, 300 for 450 feet of road. But, I didn't pass it. I didn't propose it. I didn't pass it, but we have to live with it. I don't know how the rest of the board feels, but
Well, we have done frontage variances, but not this much. Question I have is why wouldn't you have brought the lot bigger in the back for her, closer to the standards of the new zoning?
It is an acre.
I thought it was supposed to be 2.
No,
No, it's,
no, it's
No,
one and so.
yeah.
this side of Route 2 is,
That's right, 2.
that's a rough estimate.
Okay, so you did bring the lot size up then.
Yeah, you know, I would, you know, I wish there was something we could do, but I don't see it. You know, Bill inspector's letter, you must have read it, right?
But that's why they have a zoning board, an appeals board.
Well. He went on to say we can give variances for setbacks. But not for frontage. Regretfully, I must inform you the lot does not conform to the current zoning bylaws for frontage. Current minimum frontage is 150 feet. The lot has only 75 feet, therefore the planning board would most likely not endorse this plan as a lot. You could try for a frontage variance from the Board of Appeals. However, there are no provisions for reduced frontage lots in the zoning bylaws. Dimensional variances are typically due to circumstances unique to such lot as wetlands, ledge, topography, etc. That would prevent you from the full requirement of the bylaw.
I agree, but that is not the lot.
What's that?
That's not the lot. 75 feet is not the lot.
Yeah, you know, that's, well, 75 feet. That's all you have left. You got 150 for both your houses. And then you got a 75-foot between them, right? Because you need 150 on each one. You have total. Well, the 75 feet is with you.
I agree, but you're saying the lot. The lot is only half of what it should be, but that's not the lot.
Frontage is half what's required.
But that's not the lot. The lot's in the back. That's the road.
Well, you gotta make it a legal road. That's, you know,
That's what we're trying to do.
that's what the planning board, you know, that's what the planning board does.
Okay.
You know, you can drive, I don't know
I mean,
if anybody else feels the same way or.
to put a road in, they need 75 feet, right? To be
Yes.
a legal road. Yeah. So is there an issue with putting in a road that would be a legal road? Because you got 75 feet there. Is there an issue? I don't know if there's an issue with that.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to get it approved by the planning board.
That would be a planning board thing. Yes.
So to do a developed road, that, you know, we'd have to win the lottery. Just. My daughter's a single mom, so I wanted to give her a home, and that's all this is.
Yeah, no, I would, I do, I wish we could.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Okay.
Well, thanks for your time. Nice to see everybody. Thanks, bye, Steve. Take care.
Take care.
Take care. Bye, Lauren.
We got an open public hearing. Anybody left? Close it. Yeah. So I guess. Yeah, yeah. That's when I'll. Anyone discuss it? You want to close the public hearing? Doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, I'm not in, contractor, so I don't know what it costs to put in a road that length, but I mean, it's probably expensive, I'm sure, but yeah.
During
Yeah, but sidewalks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, sewer lines, well, you gotta do that.
Well, the hard part is if, I think most of those developments or houses he was talking about were previous to 06.
Yeah.
And I know the one he's talking off Reservoir, God, that's been there as long as I can remember. That's been there 25 years.
Yeah, there was a trail.
That was a trailer. That was Paul Bryant, Paul and his wife.
No, that's right, it was Paul.
Have any need for Jess and I to look at dates and just double check?
Yeah, I guess I would say if any of those things he referred to were post 2006, then,
We need to do a little research.
but it almost seems like I sympathize with him. I'd be nice to give his daughter a house and all his granddaughter, but gee, yeah, that's one of those you know, opening a can of worms things, you know?
Well, yeah, you
For
know,
anybody with a bunch of land.
Yeah.
that's, 50-foot driveway or something.
because even, I look back, the Duchess, and I believe I remember a variance given for Duda. That was,
Yeah, oh, I'm sure it was, but,
Yeah.
yeah,
and the Duchess, I believe that was planning board.
yeah,
Planning board just kind of,
let that go.
yeah, let it go. And
That didn't come through Board of Appeals.
I don't, if it was before my time.
Yeah.
I've been on the board since 85,
Yeah.
86, something like that.
And I almost think, yeah, that's tough. I mean, he's got a lot of land there. It'd be nice to do what, you know, have him do what he wants to do, but,
Yeah.
and it's just one of those things, you do that there, and as you say, you're gonna have people all over town.
Yeah.
Everybody will, well, I get pieces.
Yeah.
Let him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was 10 feet or something like that, it's a different story.
You know, it's,
We look, no, he had 75, so say up on South Road. Charlie had put a house in the back, remember he came. We agreed to that one road, where you could only put 2 buildings, 1 dwelling.
yeah, he had like 40 acres, and make 20.
But he only had that strip like that trying to put in here,
Yeah.
but he didn't divide his land, this is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
division of the original lot here. I don't know, maybe when this one was built, he divided it there too, I don't know. When that was built.
Yeah.
That's where his daughter lives now, right?
Yes.
That one's probably 30 years old, that house. I
So
guess.
that was already cut and dried.
Yeah,
They moved in after.
But, you know, it's illegal, that's
Yeah.
illegal 150 feet in front of Jake a lot.
yeah. Oh, no, that one,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's 150 feet with that.
He didn't have enough, no, he didn't have enough to move it up here, like, you know, get his 150.
No,
because he's got that greenhouse, and he's got all that there.
Yeah, he's only got 150 feet
Oh,
left with his house now.
oh, yeah.
But if he cuts out that. In fact, the daughter needs to give a radius on her piece of land.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, to get to 75 feet, that whole chunk.
Yep.
So I don't know if she's got more than 150 feet of frontage now. That's not really clear, is it?
So that would have to make another variance for her.
Yeah, I don't- the way the plan looks.
Shows 150 in the back.
Says rounding
Pull
easement.
those 2 lines forward.
Oh, you know what?
He's into the,
I think that radius is cutting into her
it
frontage.
is, no doubt.
The way it's drawn in here.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's got a radius off his property, his house too, up on the upper side. Looks like.
Yeah, 158 feet with his house. Yeah, so I'm not even sure he had, he's got the radiuses there, but.
Yeah, we're kind of you know, if Lori and they can look into dates from those other properties, but geez, there's been nothing after 2006. It's kind of like,
Yeah. That might have been, we might have done that one up on Gray Road, wasn't it Gray Road?
Emma Staddy. You had 5 acres in the back there, that one strip, but it was the full 75,
Yeah.
80 feet, with no radiuses on it. But that had previously been accepted too, just if you wanted to
Well, I
have it
think,
redocumented that it would. be
well, you know what, I think, didn't
available.
they come up with, they came out with 2 acre zoning. The 2 acre zoning affected that.
Yep. But he's still only using that 150 for it.
Right. 100 apiece.
Yeah, all the back lots, they sold strips coming up. 3 or 4 of them in the back on one side.
All right. So we might as well close the public hearing. Get a motion,
Motion to close the public hearing.
discussion? All right, all those in favor? Oh, seconded by David.
Aye. In favor.
Aye. Public hearing closed. So we should make a decision. Everybody comfortable making a decision tonight?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah. Feel awful about it, but I don't see how we can.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a decision? I want to let them check the dates just to make sure that there was nothing after 2006.
Pretty sure they're not.
I'm pretty sure too. And if you're pretty sure, I just,
Yeah, it was 2006 zoning, the new zoning came into effect.
Yes.
The only one I can think of is that one on Gray Road.
I can check that one.
But he may have a bit of a
He may have been
grandfather, because he's already got it in paper, It expired obviously, but we did it before for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody had said
Yeah.
something that they go, well, I've had it before, it's just it expired, and now I want to sell it because the building's going back on.
Yeah.
Obviously, the property's useless without the frontage to get to it.
Right.
Other than that one. And that one wasn't really splitting anybody's lot, that was the way it came.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bought it. If he bought it before 06.
Yeah, would you feel more comfortable if you looked it up?
well, yeah, I mean,
I don't know how easy that would be for you, or
You might be able to go look right now if you want to give me 2 minutes.
sure.
yeah. That's working out good.
Don't mean to drag it out. I just, just to be 100%, because that's the last thing I want is, we deny it or whatever, and then next thing you know, oh yeah, that guy put it in 08 or something like that,
And it's a dangerous precedent.
It is.
He used it in the past,
Yes,
know.
yes.
that hey, they could do it like that. I did.
Yeah. And that was good, because I didn't realize, and I know, like, the Reservoir Street property was done way before 06. You said, like you said, that variance for that road was put in, and that they just worked off that variance. That's how they're able to put that house back
Yeah.
there, basically. Yeah.
And that might have been after 06. I mean, prior to 06.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judy's house.
Yeah.
She sold, that's when she sold her house to her daughter,
To Heidi. Right, I think. Yeah.
and she moved the trailer, her father's trailer out.
Yep.
And built
Put the house in. Yep.
That was, I think, that's it. Right around- it was right around that time.
Yeah.
But that, it was already established.
Yeah.
Duchess, I know was right before.
Oh,
Campbell was
Duchess
right
was,
before.
that was, yeah. Campbell's, she's talking about the one Bobby Campbell put out back there, or Jimmy's house off there.
Jimmy's got frontage, right?
Yeah, Jimmy's got frontage. Bobby's sits way in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, God. If that's Bobby's house, I bet that's been there
80s or
30, 40
80s.
years back there, probably. Yeah.
He built that before Jimmy built it.
Yep. Yeah. It's too bad. You got a lot of land there too. It's
Yeah, really putting that road in, just gonna wait for him to use it.
Yeah, because then
I mean, if you thought
there's
about
no
it,
way using it after,
once that's in, it's
once
nothing.
it does this,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Cause I don't even know,
They'll all be subject to staying with this lot unless you sold that off to somebody else and abutted it.
cause you look at this, it looks like 70, if I'm reading this plan correctly, the 75 feet is without the radius.
No,
Because that was a rounding easement. A rounding easement on that side. So it's a total of 150 feet of frontage to the straight line. Stacy's lot. And then the 75 foot,
Includes that rounding easement going south up onto his property there.
the one going south. But that rounding easement to the north isn't part of the 75 feet.
Right.
I can't look it up. He's obviously sold the property, so I can't look it up by his name unless you know the number.
On
Gray Road.
Gray Road.
Yeah, so that road that he's actually putting in there is 50 feet. That's what he wants to put in.
It might not come up on
And
the-
he's picking up 75 feet by adding that rounding, that arc right there.
I'm pretty sure.
There.
And if he did sell it, I think that the card that I can pull is probably gonna tell me the date of the sale. And not much of anything else. It's not the property cards with the history like you can get from the land.
The two of them. One is lot 21419. Which would be that one's 15 acres, 215 Gray Road. Gray Road.
Okay, let me go check it.
And then the other one.
Yep.
Right next to it is 171 Gray Road.
Let me see what I can find out.
Contagious. Doesn't take a lot of time.
That's what it looks like, yeah. Those two lots, right? They just had frontage there, frontage there.
So that would have been the mistake, exactly. That one there, I think, is the mistake.
That's,
Unless he sold it, he may have sold it since we.
yeah, because now it's Harold Plastic.
Okay, so somebody did go in after we stamped it.
Yeah.
Good for them. I don't see how we could stamp that. Give them rights to it.
Yeah, so I forgot what the particulars were on that. Were you on the board then?
I don't think so.
It was Anastasia, right?
Richard. understand?
Yeah.
Yep, no, he had a good argument. We can't sell it, can't do anything with it without it re-voted on or re-okayed. If it had never been done for him or the previous owner. It didn't sound like, when he came to the board for it, didn't sound like he had been here before. He bought it as an investment to put a house out there. Never did because of housing crash and this and that. And sat on it. Maybe he had it before, 2006.
Oh, but that guy still owns roads too. That's still owned all by the same person.
The only stipulation was he had to build a house as soon as he could after the lot opened up. He had to be within so many feet of the opening where the driveway met to that back area.
Was it because of wetlands back there?
No, it was because something to do with, we deemed it for fire safety. The guy in the truck would get in and not be able to get out,
Yeah,
jam it all up.
There's no other access to his property other than that, huh?
That's his frontage, that's all he's got.
That's it.
Now, if he had plenty of frontage, I could.
Oh,
see.
yeah, yeah.
So 171 Gray Road has 149 feet of frontage and has a curve on it. And that was from 2010 was the last sale. 215 Gray Road, which is the property that you were talking about with the long, into the 15 acres.
Yeah.
Was sold in 2008. So I'm guessing that it was prior to that.
it was,
And that's 100 feet of
it
frontage
was created prior to that.
prior to that. And chances are he owned it for a while too. But again, I can double check it with Luann to find out when the study owned it.
And that was 100 feet.
That was 100 feet of frontage,
And the other one's got 149, you said.
right around there.
So, and I believe that lot was that lot that was sold in 2008 was created
Well before that.
prior to that. And then it was sold to Amos. I think that's when Amistadi came in for. That lot was created prior to
In the sale, yeah,
the zone.
yes,
Yeah,
it appears that way.
Yeah. Because all those lots are only an acre. All those lots on Gray Road are only an acre.
Right,
So that they definitely were prior to, and I think they had,
right, because it's two acres required now.
and they had 7 years. I think they had 7 years to finish a plan, you know. Once you get a plan, it's only coming into effect, you get 7 years to build it out.
Complete it. Yeah.
So I think, you know, different circumstances on that.
If they are currently 1 acre lots sitting in RA two, they were created before zoning.
Right, that's.
Yep.
What I'm thinking. And like, you know, that 7-year overlap.
Yep.
Could happen, so they could have built after but the plan was prior to 06. Definitely. The lot was great. So this guy he bought the lot, didn't his daughter live next door? So it was a deal where they had budding land. So anybody in the world could own that lot and build a house on it except for him. Which,
Strange,
yeah.
I'll say strange.
Yes, and I think we
Yeah.
granted relief because of that,
Because of that, yeah.
not creating a lot after the zone, you know.
Right.
Yes, the lot was created prior to. And he bought it right at the zone. I think that's exactly what it was. You know, the zoning had just been in effect a very short amount of time when he ended up buying it. Put it in the daughter's name or something,
Mm-hmm.
so they were the same ownership. And that's
That's the name of that too.
grant relief on that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Are we ready to vote?
I'll make a motion, we vote on the proposed variance deal.
I'll second it.
All right, motion made, seconded. All those in favor? Of granting the variance?
I have no other discussion to make, but I'll.
Okay,
I'll vote for
okay.
that, yeah.
We beat the discussion at that.
Yeah.
All right, no discussion, so we'll vote. All those in favor? All right, motion denied. Motion denied, unanimous. Yeah, what do we got for other business?
I don't think you can do the other business because there's only two of you
Ah, okay.
pertaining to the
For
minutes.
the minutes, yeah.
So I'm gonna have you-
Sign this one over here.
Yeah. If you don't mind.
We can have Carol speak tomorrow.
There you go.
I have binders that I've created for everybody, but I have to give you, so. you can get them. So it has just, general information, conflict of interest law, and open meeting law, make your lives easier. If you guys want to put any of your
Oh, it
own
has a thing
stuff
on it,
in
it's
there
new.
that you get,
Yep.
you're welcome to.
Yeah, great, that's a great tool.
Enjoy. I will give the rest to the other members when you can see them.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Thanks, Laura.
They have business that they want to bring up. I have nothing else.
Yep, so no
We'll save the minutes to next year.
We're good.
minutes, we'll have to get them the next meeting.
Yes.
You're good? Everybody good here?
Good, I'm good, good.
Motion, we close the
Second.
meeting.
Discussion? Huh? Favor?
I.